Hi everyone, this is Rob from the Geek Show Podcast Network. We're at EGX 2017. I'm talking to Mark Backler from Sketchbook Games about Lost Words. Now, not Lost Worlds, but Lost Words.
That's the one.
I have to be specific. Now, the trailer for this caught my eye, and it's a very, very unusual platform game. So tell me more about Lost Words.
So it's a atmospheric puzzle game that's set half in the pages of a diary and half in this fantasy world called Estoria.
Yeah.
And it sees players walking on words in the diary and using them as sort of puzzle-solving platforms, but also using the meaning of the words to help shape their environment in different ways and to make choices.
So where did the inspiration for this sort of game come from?
So lots of different places, really. In the original concept, I was making a game that I wanted to be a bit like Tetris, but with words instead of blocks for the Ludum Dare Game Jam. And then through a horrible bug, I actually ended up with the character standing on the words instead of them falling down like I'd planned. And I actually thought I hadn't seen that in another game before, and that was actually a much more interesting concept. So I sort of developed that instead of my original idea.
So it was kind of by accident then?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a few features in the game that have sort of been bugs that then thought actually that's really cool. And stuck with. So it's one of the good things of development, I think, and you're just sort of feeling your way through the creative process and seeing what happens as you're trying to build it.
Fantastic. So the art style is very kind of children's picture book.
Yeah, we kind of wanted something that was different and would stand out, and so originally, when with the Game Jam game, the theme was minimalism, so the background was just white. But then, because I'm a big fan of narrative games, I wanted it to have some kind of story. So when I carried on developing it, we thought a diary would make sense because it's words, and then it sort of just developed on from there, really. And because it was a diary, and we thought kind of a like watercolor style, and then the sort of vivid imagery of the fantasy world would work really well together.
So there's been a very logical progression from the Game Jam all the way to its current form.
Yeah, it sort of evolved over time, really. And to begin with, we didn't have the fantasy world, but then I really loved kind of things like The Watchmen and Lord of the Rings, when you've kind of got parallel stories, and especially with The Watchmen, when it's kind of the pirate story, which is like completely nothing to do with the other part in the comic, or so you think, and then you kind of, it feels like there's all these parallels between them.
Oh, yeah. So you're a big comic book fan as well?
I like a few, and I've been meaning to get into it more. And it was before the film was out, and I'd heard that was the kind of the one to go to. And then I've been getting into like Preacher and a few other ones, and trying to sort of feel my way through the comic book world and see what's good. Fantastic.
So Lost Words, when is it due out?
So we're aiming to finish developing it in late 2018 and releasing in early 2019.
Fantastic. Is that for just the PC, or will it be
so it'll be PC and Xbox, and then we'll be looking at other platforms as well, potentially.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.